Welcome to the IFRS YouTube channel for patient education. Today we're going to discuss about urology emergencies and how they can be managed in rural areas. How common are they? Usually about 4 out of 100 patients whom any rural doctor sees will have urology problems. And emergencies, they're only about 1.5 out of 1 lakh population. And this forms about 2 to 3% of all the emergencies that present to any emergency OPD of the hospitals in rural areas. And fortunately, most of them can be managed by general surgeons. One of the important things to note is that the urinary colic or the pain due to the urinary tract stones can be as severe as labor pains. It's one of the most severe pain in men. So what are the common complications? Probably the most common complication is inability to pass urine or urinary retention. And the most common cause of this is because of prostate, which starts enlarging in men when they reach the age of about 40 to 50. And this generally happens when they have these symptoms for a long time and they ignore it. And suddenly they start postponing micturition or passing urine. Then what happens is that the muscles which stretch is not able to contract again to make them pass urine, and they have the inability to pass urine. But sometimes there can be inflammation or sudden bleed into the prostate or infarction because of lack of blood supply to some areas of the prostate. So these are all the common causes. But then these are not the only causes. Sometimes stones in the bladder or urinary tract strictures can cause obstruction. And it's not only in men, even in women, as the table shows, can have a urinary tract obstruction and retention. Most of the time, the treatment is fairly simple because all you need to do is pass a Foley's catheter. And if it is well lubricated, there should not be any problem in passing it. And the only instance where there may be difficulty is when there is a stricture or narrowing of the urethra. And then once you pass the catheter, sometimes before going for definitive treatment, the doctor might consider what is called a trial avoiding. You remove the catheter after 2 days because it takes about 2 to 3 days for all the inflammation and swelling to come down. After that, you can remove the catheter and see if the patient is able to pass urine comfortably. If so, then you can wait for a while, or you have to go with the catheter or remain with the catheter till a urologist specialist is able to investigate and find out what is the cause. And then what happens if not able to put in a catheter? Sometimes we need to be careful about how the catheter is passed. There is, we've been talking about a sphincter or a valve mechanism, which prevents a leak of urine. So if you're if you're not gentle and if you're rough, then the patients tend to hold the sphincter very tight and prevent the catheter from going in. When this happens, all you need to do is be very gentle and wait with a gentle push so that the patient relaxes the sphincter and catheter will go in. But if there is conditions like a stricture of the urethra which doesn't allow the catheter to go in, or if the urethra is ruptured, then what we do is we do a bypass. So we put in a catheter called suprapubic cystostomy. How you see in this figure. You drain the bladder through a tube from above. So this gives time for the whatever pathology which caused the obstruction to heal. And later on, a specialist can come and give the appropriate treatment. As he said earlier, the urinary colic or loin pain can be a very severe pain. And this happens when there is a stone in the urinary tract. These stones, when the try to pass. If there is a cause of block, then the capsule or the kidney stretches, and this causes severe pain, and the patient keeps rolling in pain. And if there is associated vomiting, which means that the process is active, and you need to do something to relieve the pain immediately. And if there is fever, it may mean that there is infection because of the obstruction. And of course, although the stones are the most common causes, as the table here shows that there are several other causes which need to be ruled out if the pain is severe and consistent. The pain due to the ureteric stones are often colicky, and they relieve by themselves after a while. While the other causes, the pain will probably persist and might increase. So what do you do for these pain? The simple investigation which is necessary is X-ray of the abdomen, the kidney, urinary bladder region. And then if facilities are available, you can do ultrasound or lab test. And if the stone is small, medical treatment could be tried. But if it doesn't relieve, or if the stone doesn't pass within 2 weeks, then you can opt for surgical treatment. Another important emergency is blood in the urine. There are several causes of blood in the urinary tract, starting from the kidneys, then the ureter and the bladder. And this definitely needs investigation, because early diagnosis will help in treatment which can cure the problem. So if there is blood, whether microscopic or a few days earlier, investigation is absolute must, and at least minimum of X-ray and cystoscopy, having a look inside the bladder, is necessary. Priapism is a condition when there is a prolonged erection which lasts for more than 4 hours. There are two types. One is called ischemic, or the other one is non-ischemic. The ischemic one is dangerous because if it lasts for more than 24 hours, it can cause permanent damage. There are several medical conditions which can contribute to this. And the treatment of this varies from simple aspiration or irrigation with the medicines, or sometimes if it is late, might even need a surgical therapy. The fractures of the penis, this can occur quite often when elderly men, when they try and have sex with young ladies. So the penis, when it fractures, again it needs immediate treatment, where the blood has to be evacuated and the fractured area needs to be sutured. And scrotal pain, this is another emergency, because sometimes the testis can twist, and this has to be untwisted before the whole thing becomes gangrenous because of lack of blood supply. What happens because this twisting is that when there is a twist, it causes obstruction or block to the blood vessels. So this needs immediate surgical treatment. Sometimes near the testis, there's an organ called epididymis. Infection or inflammation of that can again cause severe scrotal pain. One of the good thing about the kidney is that it's situated inside the rib cage and in a place where it is difficult to injure. So unless there is a major injury, kidney does not get injured. And again, there is a capsule on the kidney which prevents bleeding or limits damage. So most of the time, kidney injuries, almost 95% of the time, can be treated conservatively, which means that there's no need for surgical treatment. And if surgical treatment at all is necessary, then it, especially in rural areas, will probably involve removing the kidneys. Bladder rupture again is common, especially in people who are drunk, because they have a full bladder because alcohol causes diuresis. And any injury, whether it's blunt or sharp injury, can lead to rupture of the bladder, especially if the bladder is full. This also, as expected, will need surgical treatment as soon as possible. Urethral injuries are most common with road traffic accidents. And if the patient is not able to pass urine and there is a little bit of blood in the tip of the penis, it's very likely that the urethra has ruptured. So then it's safest thing to do is to put in a suprapubic catheter, as we showed earlier, and then wait for 3 to 6 months for elective treatment. Thank you.